parallel one. So this is huge investment, and currently all the revenues, if we can call it, that the government would make is directed into the budget deficit. So they cannot have such liquidity to finance major mega projects like this one. So here comes the solution, which is the BOT system. Simply, you get an independent private sector entity that would finance this project, and they will finance it, and they will get in return the right to operate this system for a certain number of years. And then after this period ends, then they transfer it back to the government, and then it is fully owned by the government and operated by the government as well. In Egypt, in fact, we have already implemented this system in some of the airports, like the one in Awaynat, the one in Marsa Alam, and some other small airports that we have in Egypt. They are currently operated by this system, and this system is mainly used by the major countries in the world. Like you find in the U.S., in Texas, for example, and in Pennsylvania, all the infrastructures that are related to transportation and logistics are built using this BOT system.
Okay.
In the Arab region, we have Saudi Arabia. They are one of the leading countries in using this system. The thing is, we kind of stopped, or we have declining rate of using this system in the past few years. And
why is that?
This is actually something that is not clear. Why is that? Because this system is very effective. We as a government, we do not bear any risks in terms of building and operating. The private sector, or the entity that will do the project, they bear almost all the risk, and they give you the project after a certain number of years up and running already. So you do not have to inject all those money in the infrastructure building. So hopefully in the upcoming period, we'll get back into discussing what are the things that we need, because our railway system needs major improvements, and this is an investment that the government cannot afford right now. All those factors will help in injecting much more FDIs, because me as a foreign investor, when I'm coming to Egypt, I'm looking for facilities. So if the infrastructure is not well established, I would be reluctant to come. So one of the things to attract the foreign direct investments is, in the first place, the infrastructure. So through the FDIs as well, we can use the BOT system to improve the infrastructure, so through an integrated plan to be applied all over the whole country, and this will help in injecting more.
But sir, of course, everything has its positive side and its negative side. So what are the pros and the cons of the BOT system?
Well, I think we cover almost all the positive sides about the BOT system. I can add to it that one of the major advantages as well is that when those companies, especially if they are foreign, when they come to build with the BOT system, they use the current workforce in the country. So it helps in, again, decreasing the unemployability. Exactly. However, on the other side, there might be some risks in terms of building the project itself and operating it later on. So, for example, if a company came and started working on the railway line between Cairo and Sinai, for example, and then after a while, they were not able to fulfill their promises and complete the project for whatever internal or external reasons from their end. So, in this case, there might be a big problem. Is that they have already consumed time. This is number one. And second, they have already done some amendments in your structure because this is like a mega project. So this might not be something that you can go back, and it might cost even much more money to set things back as is. However, when countries do the BOT contract, they try to bear in mind all the kinds of risks that could be that could happen during the implementation of the project through risk management processes, of course, to try to minimize those things. But overall, as long as they are, again, not concentrated or not coming from one source, so this represents security and no one can again control the political issues of the government.
When
Okay.
looking at Egypt's economy and political system, which one of these systems do you think is most appropriate and most compatible with Egypt? I mean, of course, each of these systems have its negatives and its positives, as Yasmin mentioned. So which one is more compatible with the country?
Well, in fact, those two forms in particular are the most compatible with our current situation, because we have very high unemployability rate. Second, we have already a large talent pool that is highly qualified compared to other countries, talking about the BPO industry. Third, the cost of running operations in Egypt is way lower than other countries, even our competitors in the BPO industry. And fourth, the infrastructure that we currently have in terms of the IT sector is pro using this. And as an evidence, we have been doing leap steps in the past few years. This industry could inject to Egypt up to $15 billion within a time span of 5 to 7 years. And this represents double the numbers that might come from Suez Canal, which is one of our major sources of national income. And we already have the capacity to do this. What we just need to do is to market more for the country, because Indians and Chinese, they are very good at doing the contracts. So probably we are better than them in running the operations, but they have large connections over there, and they usually get the contracts. So this is the thing probably that we need to focus on, besides investing and building more the capacities. And actually there has been many initiatives in the past few years targeting this industry in particular, like the project of Egypt, that works in particular on qualifying people and preparing them to work for the offshoring industry.
Okay, sir, I would like to focus on the challenges facing the foreign direct investment here in Egypt at the current period.
Yeah.
Of course, there are a lot of challenges, I know,
Exactly.
but I want to know the major challenges.
Yeah, actually, if you try to do, I want you to try to do a simple thing. Try to go online and search for business opportunities in Dubai or in Doha and in Cairo. You can really see the difference. First of all, yeah, they have websites that for any foreign investor, you can very easily get access to all kind of information that you might need and all the business opportunities, to the extent that they say that it might take you up to 20 minutes to start your business in Dubai versus 20 blah 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 in Egypt. The thing is, over there they work with the mentality that we want to attract more and more. So what happens is, you just get in there into the country, you find experts waiting for you, and they start telling you. So you do not just go and pick the sector that you want to invest in, because they have a national plan. So in this national plan, they have the areas where the government is not able to cover. So they tell you, for example, we need an investor in the textiles industry. With this, how much money are you willing to inject into the market? And they already have studies for the ROI, the return on investment, and everything. So this is very encouraging. But here, because we don't have a clear national plan for this, so number one, the investors, they would come and invest in whatever sector they want, and this might not matching with the strategic plan of the country. And number two, they face many challenges in terms of bureaucracy, in terms of lack of communications, in terms of lack of people qualified to do the research.
Routine.
Of course. And we do not have this mentality of scientific research in terms of what are the opportunities that we can grab. We have a lot of resources, but unfortunately the major problem is in the resource management. So we just need to put the right people in the right place. We have already qualified people, but they are not actually in the right place.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think Dr. Ahmed El Garhy, human development expert, he told us everything about the foreign direct investment. We thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And right now we're going to go to a quick report before we get into our second topic. The Fulbright Commission in Egypt held its annual reunion where a number of scholars and professors of different colleges from many countries participated and gave some lectures and speeches to the students. Nader Rabia has more, and we'll be right back with more on the question. Please stay tuned.